Australia is preparing to formally recognise Palestine at the United Nations General Assembly this September, a move that signals a significant shift in the nation's foreign policy. Foreign Minister Penny Wong has confirmed the decision, emphasising Australia's commitment to a two-state solution and supporting peaceful resolutions in the Middle East. So in this video, we're going to recap what's been happening with Australia's Middle East relationships and how our role in the region could change going forwards. But before we begin, a quick note. So our 10th edition of the Snapshots newspaper is out now, and we're already gearing up for the 11th edition. So if you haven't grabbed your free copy already, head to www.thoughtdigestmedia.news/snapshots to read it online for free. Thanks. So Australia's recognition comes after years of discussion and diplomatic consideration, with Canberra indicating that the move will align with international law and ongoing efforts for Israel-Palestinian peace. However, the announcement has sparked a debate at home, with a recent majority of Australians expressing the view that now is not the time for formal recognition, citing regional tensions and the potential for diplomatic backlash being the reasons. According to Resolve strategic polls, only 24% of Australians support recognising Palestine outright, while 76% either don't support recognition or at least want us to wait until Hamas is removed from government. At the same time, Australia has escalated tensions with Iran, expelling the Iranian ambassador following a series of anti-Semitic attacks, which Australian authorities say were orchestrated by Iran. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese condemned the plots, stating that the attacks were unacceptable and a violation of Australia's sovereignty. ASIO, Australia's domestic intelligence agency, has provided evidence linking the Iranian state to these plots, prompting swift diplomatic action and signalling Canberra's intent to hold Iran accountable for any foreign-led terror activity on Australian soil. The expulsion of the ambassador is an unprecedented move. It marks the first time since the Second World War that Australia has expelled an ambassador, highlighting the severity of which Australia views these threats. The dual development of recognising Palestine and confronting Iran places Australia in a pivotal but also tense spot in terms of Middle East relations. So for Iran, the diplomatic strain intensifies at a time when the country is under mounting international pressure over its nuclear program and strained relationships with Western nations. Experts suggest that Australia's actions may further isolate Iran on the global stage, increasing scrutiny and limiting its regional influence. The move also sends a strong signal that Australia is willing to act decisively in defence of its citizens and values, including condemnation of anti-Semitism and directed foreign violence. Australia's stance is likely to strengthen its relations with Israel to some degree, as well as the broader international community to countering terrorism. However, Israel has publicly welcomed the decision. It's also in a tense spot, as it's recently denounced Australia's interest to recognise Palestine. And Netanyahu's reaction has clearly showed that there is strain in this relationship. By publicly linking Iran to attacks on Australian soil and taking concrete diplomatic steps, Canberra reaffirmed its alignment with allies who prioritise security and human rights in the Middle East. The recognition of Palestine, while controversial domestically, could also position Australia as a proactive player in international diplomacy, seeking to balance support for Israel with advocacy for Palestinian statehood. This balancing act, however, carries inherent risks, as it may attract criticism from countries opposed to recognition, specifically Israel and the United States. Domestically, the government faces a delicate political landscape. Public opinion appears cautious, reflecting concerns over the timing of recognition amid ongoing instability and Hamas being in control of the Palestinian state in Gaza. Analysts suggest that while Australia broadly supports peaceful resolution, many are wary of actions that could embroil the country in complex foreign conflicts or jeopardise trade and security relationships. The government, therefore, must navigate not only international diplomacy but also domestic sentiment, ensuring its foreign policy moves are carefully explained and justified to the public. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed our content, be sure to subscribe and to ring the bell so you can keep in the loop regarding the important news stories from the world and around Australia. Lastly, I'd like to thank our regular supporters and the team for making this video possible. Your support is crucial, and if you'd like to help, consider buying us a coffee, buying some of our merchandise, or purchasing a premium membership, or of course, reading our wonderful Snapshots newspaper. Once again, I'm Heath Clark, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.